The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink TV, its sponsors, or partners.
This is the best time of the year. I mean, no thermal underwear, no cleaning off the car at -40, and I mean, getting more than 4 hours of daylight so you don't feel like a vampire. You get t-shirts, shorts, bikinis, socks, and sandals, just not together, and I'm all in for this. But what I really love to do during this season is sample what Northern Ontario has to offer. I'm Chris Mask, and I love food. I mean, cooking's my passion. It's in my blood. And you might ask, what does Northern Ontario have to offer exactly? These. Transforming these little dirt nuggets into crispy, golden works of art. And it's my job to try them all. So on the road with Off the Chip Wagon here in my hometown of Timmins, Ontario, and our first stop here is Shack-a-Patate. Rick, you are the owner with your family. What's the story behind your chip stand?
Well, about 6 years ago, my mom wanted to buy a chip stand, so I was kind of leery about it and telling her it was going to be a lot of work and stuff, but we decided to jump in. And 6 years later, we're here, we're still here, and we're serving people.
And this is the evolution as well, because you started off as the little red chip truck in Timmins, and now you've grown into a full-on building.
Exactly. We spent the first 4 years in a little bread bus. It was a good start for us, and we moved into what I call the Cadillac of chip stands. So a lot of room in here and a lot of space to work. We're not bumping into each other, and better equipped to serve the customers this way.
And it's nice because your family is also involved in the business with you, so it's not just like you're hiring people randomly, so you know the staff well, obviously.
Exactly. Me and my wife, one of us are here at all times. My 17-year-old daughter gives us a hand in here. We always want to give good quality food to people and stuff, so it's important that one of us is always here serving the customers.
What do you find has to be one of the biggest challenges of running a chip stand?
One of the biggest challenges are the hours. They're long hours. You're here from 10 in the morning getting prepared till about 10 at night after you do your cleanup and stuff, but it's rewarding in the end. You get to meet a lot of new people, talk to different folks, and it's fun. I like the social aspect of it.
So when you take a look at the menu that you've got prepared here, and it's a pretty big menu, it's pretty extensive, what are some of the things which you found did not work for you?
Well, for us, a few years back, we had sausage on a bun. For some reason, that didn't go over very well. We had it for 1 year. We'd sell a few, but I mean, we wouldn't sell a ton. I'd end up throwing out most of the product because we always try to serve fresh product here, and I wouldn't keep them over for the next day. And a few years ago, we had a Mexican Poutine on the menu. A few customers liked it, but we didn't sell enough for me to warrant keeping it on the menu. But we do add things regularly every year. We listen to our customers, and we add things as we see fit.
All right, well, let's go inside then and see what you got for us today.
All right.
Okay, so here we are behind the scenes, and the nice thing is, Rick, is that your wife is here cooking in the kitchen for you at the Shack-a-Patate.
Yep.
Now, you said it's a nice family affair here, and Tina, I know you said you didn't want to be on camera here and you didn't want to talk, but you did say that one of the bonuses for you running this with your family is that you actually get to spend time with them.
Yeah, it's a family shindig. So especially with my youngest one starting next year, I'm really looking forward to it so that all my family's here. So we even got my mom making this spaghetti sauce and my sister helping out with the potatoes if we run short and stuff like that. So it's a family affair. That's what family shindig.
All right, Rick, so what are you making for us today here in the kitchen?
So today what we're making for you is Shack-a-Patate. It's a very popular menu on our item. We sell a ton of these, so there's bacon, onions, and hamburger in it. And you get it topped up with the cheese of your choice. We've got dill-flavored curds, barbecue-flavored curds, and your traditional regular curds or shredded cheese. Whatever your preference is, we load it up with French fries, the concoction of meat, and the cheese of your choice. So.
One of the interesting things you have on your menu as well is something called the Manimal Burger.
Yes, yes.
Where did this absolute monstrosity come from?
So that kind of is a knockoff from Man vs. Food, the food show that was running a few years back. We decided to put like a novelty item on our menu. It's a huge burger, 5 beef patties, bacon on it, all the meat patties, cheese, and loaded with your toppings of your choice. It's held together by like a 10-inch skewer, so you can't go at it with your mouth. You got to go at it with a fork and knife and stuff. So we sell 15, 20 a year. It's kind of a fun thing. People come out, challenge their friends. They sit out at the table, see who can eat it. I'm sure you're just sitting down on your couch after you have one of those, because you can't do much after you eat that.
Oh, I'm surprised you offer that without having a defibrillator on site.
We've thought about it.
It might be a good investment. When it comes to running the chip stand, a lot of people just take it for granted that you can just go to the store and buy little things and all of a sudden it's going to taste good. But I mean, you went through a process to get your cheese curd selection.
Yeah, we've tried all sorts of different cheese curds. We tried the Thornlow, the Saint Albert, different types of curds throughout the years, and I found a curd that really works well with our product, the Kingsley cheese curds. Those are the ones we're using. They still have that squeak to them, but they're a softer cheese and stuff. They work well with our product, and people will seem to have enjoyed it. So.
Well, squeaky cheese, that's the sign of a good cheese curd. Exactly.
If you're ordering Quebec cheese, you kind of want it to stay firm a little bit. So.
And you said you also do an Italian poutine.
Our Italian poutine is a recipe from my mom. There's hamburger in there, mushrooms, green peppers, and so many different spices. It's a spaghetti sauce my mom used to make. Like my wife mentioned, her mom now makes the sauce for us. We're so busy that we go through pounds and pounds of the stuff, so it's made fresh. People seem to love it. We're one of the few chip stands, I think, that offer an Italian poutine. The seasonal ones anyways, I think we're the only ones that have it on our menu, and it's a big seller with the people. So it gives people an alternative if they don't want the gravy and they want to go a little healthier type thing. So.
Yep, and you do your own signature gravy here on site, which
yes.
is something that nobody else in town has.
Our gravy is done on site here, so we do it fresh every day. It's not just your basic powder and water gravy. There's secret ingredients we put in there. It gives it that taste, and people seem to love our gravy, so we've done well with it. So.
And when it comes to your fries, you said that you're a big fan of using the russet potatoes.
We use russet potatoes here. Like I told you earlier on, we've tried different type of potatoes. I've tried the Poutines from Sudbury, different type of potatoes, and we've settled on the russets. They're nice big potatoes. They're a little bit more expensive, but I like to offer my customers good products, so we go with the russets.
Is there something you'd like to see get added to your menu? I know you have the moose chips, and again, that's not something everybody sells.
Yeah, this year we added the moose chips and the clubhouse, real clubhouse platters with real turkey. We cook turkeys. It's real turkey, not the sliced deli meat stuff. Every year we listen to our customers. We take suggestions on what we could add to the menu, what they'd like to see on our menu, and the season after we either add it or we delete stuff, but most things go pretty well. So.
Well, may I suggest the clubhouse poutine possibly in the future, because turkey on a poutine, if you haven't tried it, it's fantastic, Tina, I'm telling you. All right, so we'll get into this with the fries and your signature poutine. I'm really excited to try this, Shack-a-Patate.
All right, let's get her done.
All right. All right, Shack-a-Patate. Rick, this is your famous signature poutine.
Yes.
And what blows me away is this is a small.
That's a small. That's a small. We have a smaller one than that, mini. We've got all the sizes, small, medium, large, jumbo. Like I say, our portions are generous. Anybody that comes here, this is not just for the show. This is the portion you get when they come. So that you're getting the Shack poutine with Diablo medium sauce on it with barbecue curds.
Barbecue curds. Now, the color on your fries here, that's beautiful. That's lovely. And there is a nice little crisp crunch when you hear it. With these potatoes, they're baking potatoes normally, so.
Exactly.
You want that nice pillowy interior, and that's exactly what you got going on here. Oh, that is a lovely taste. What kind of oil are you using?
I use liquid fry shortening, a little bit more expensive than the canola oil, but lasts a little longer. Like I say, every 6-7 days we change our oil, we keep it clean. So.
That's fantastic. All right, I'm excited for this here. So we got bacon, beef, onions, your Diablo sauce, and the barbecue cheese curds. I've never had barbecue cheese curds on a poutine, so this is a first for me. Come here, poutine. There we go. That is fantastic. This is a winner, and honestly, I wouldn't change a thing with this recipe. I mean, like, get that nice gooiness. You build it so you've actually layered it.
Exactly.
So it's not just like you get all the toppings on top.
We layer all our poutines here, so.
That's as good as poutine gets. I love the toppings on it.
Thank you.
My man, that is a winner.
All right.
The Shack-a-Patate here in Timmins, Ontario. I'm telling you, you got to come and try this place. This is a solid poutine here in the north.
Thanks.
All right, so we're doing something a little bit different here today because we're not at a chip stand. Where we are is heaven, because that's what it smells like in here, Anne. We're in Sturgeon Falls at Jillie Bean. The official title of this is Jillie Bean's Italian Gelato.
It's just Jillie Bean.
Just Jillie Bean.
Jillie Bean Italian ice cream.
It should be a lot more than that because, I mean, this is spectacular. I mean, to find something like this in Sturgeon Falls, what was your inspiration, Anne, for deciding to open this up?
My granddaughter and my daughter.
So your granddaughter is Jillie.
It's Jillie, yes. When she was a little baby, I used to call her Jillie Bean because she was tiny.
Did you grow up here in Sturgeon?
Yes, I did.
But you said that you were away for a little while, right?
Yes, I was away for 30-something years. Lived in Windsor and came back because my daughter had a position here for job-wise. So, being a grandmother and my only granddaughter, and my only grandchild, I should say, guess what Grandmama did? Moved.
Decided to spoil her incredibly because, I mean, opening up a gelato shop, that's something that not a lot of people in North America, or at least here in Northern Ontario, are accustomed to, right? Because everybody wants ice cream. But while it's gelato, this is an Italian-style ice cream. So you're talking less sugar a lot of times,
Less sugar.
no milk, no dairy products, and you also do sorbetto as well, right?
Yes, well, I'll rewind this a little bit for you. There is milk.
But not as much as ice cream.
Not as I know, not as much. And I did this too for a reason because Jillian just loves ice cream. So this is a lot better for her, a lot better for the kids around. And I wanted to create a place that she can come and play too. As you can see, it's geared to a lot, you know, the colors and that for children. And yeah, so.
It's not geared to people like me because, I mean, sitting at the children's seat, you can see where this is going here, but it's comedy, and that's what we're all about here.
It's a fun place.
How difficult have you found it's been to educate people on gelato and sorbetto?
Very hard. Very hard, but I'm getting there. I am. They ask all the time, so we decided to, because some of the girls that used to work for me were kind of, oh my God, what do I say? And so we decided to do this little poster behind us. It says gelato versus ice cream. So it tells you everything about gelato. Less air, more dense, real flavor, milk and cream, and I make little batches every day.
And the sorbetto is more like a shaved ice,
Yes, it's water.
but not a granita.
No.
All right, well, let's go back in the kitchen. Let's check out some of the magic you make here.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, so here we are now back in the kitchen at Jillie Bean in Sturgeon Falls. And what are you going to make for us?
I'm going to make an espresso with a bit of caramel, so it would be espresso latte.
Now that sounds delicious here.
It
You
is.
do your ice creams, or sorry, your gelatos and your sorbettos, you do them daily here.
Yes, I do.
That's a lot of effort and a lot of work.
Yes, it's a lot of work. So I get up sometimes at, depending how fast it goes in the front, I could be here at 4 o'clock in the morning till about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night to get ready again to the next morning. So yes, it is made fresh.
Okay, so what are some of your more popular flavors then?
It is caramel, maple walnut, butter pecan, the caramel popcorn. Everybody just loves it.
Caramel popcorn. I want my coffin to be filled with that if I die on the job. I just put that into my will and rider, please. I would really enjoy that. I would, not dying, but the caramel popcorn. What's the strangest request you've had by somebody to make a flavor?
Straight
Because I did a banana bourbon
Oh,
bacon
it's when they come.
one.
Oh, I do bacon and maple, and the strangest thing for me is I like to take my gelato and kind of do a, say, caramel popcorn, something that's gonna, you know, complement the other flavor together. Here, sometimes I get people, they love all of them, and they mix a sorbet with gelato, and it'll be like cream, different flavors that to me don't go, but they love it.
And that's really what counts. You do little demos for the school kids as well.
Yes, I do.
So that's really great that you're giving back to the community like that. What have you found to be one of the biggest challenges for you opening this?
Challenge, like in a good challenge way or a hard way. Well, like I was saying, it's hard to convince people, and
Just the education of it,
yes.
because it's not ice cream,
No, it's not.
not traditional ice cream.
No, you don't see gelato very often here up north, so it's a very, yeah.
So with your base, these are some of the flavors that you're going to be putting in here. So what do we have over here on the table?
Over here, I have pure coffee paste, very, very strong, but you being an Italian, you love this.
Well, being an Italian, depending on how strong this is, I'll probably be able to, you know, smell thyme.
All my pastes come from Italy.
It's really rich, it's really deep, almost like a molasses.
Yes.
And then you really get that coffee kick in the end. I really enjoy this.
Isn't it nice? And this is a caramel latte.
Do you make your own caramel?
Nope. Like I said,
Secret.
all these pastes come from Italy.
So you're even importing everything.
Yes.
Oh,
Isn't that awesome?
you get just a little bit of a floral hint on this too.
Then here at Christmas, because I was here last year in December, this is a beautiful rum raisin. This is actually
Rum raisin.
rum raisin.
Do you have the bottle of rum as well to go with the raisins? Because we could have some aperitifs after. It's the Italian way. I could drink that.
Could you drink that? Me too.
Oh, maybe we'll put that in the aperitifs for later on today.
This is what I use for my vanilla in my soft serve.
And you're using vanilla bean in that
Very, yes.
because you can actually see the chunks of it.
See how beautiful it is? Nice
That's a
and
golden
gold.
color. That's
Oh.
gorgeous.
And it smells and tastes wonderful. And this is really good too in a beautiful vanilla mousse. Isn't that nice?
That's like honey. That is like honey with the little afternotes of vanilla. That's spectacular.
Are you ready for the amaretto?
Oh, amaretto. Well, that's very near and dear to my liver. So, how do you come up with your flavors? Do you just sit there one day and say, oh, you know what, this and this would taste
No, we're a
good?
group, and I work with chefs. So they come up with beautiful recipe, and they share it with me. And then sometimes they tell me to use my imagination.
When we talk about the good, Anne, there's something that probably hasn't gone over very well. What's not been as successful as you would have thought it would be in terms of flavor?
Oh my! Oh, it would be like the chili chocolate. What else? Rum raisin is a lot of people in North Bay loves it. In Sturgeon, they're not too. Or gingerbread, and I thought they would love gingerbread,
Really?
but no. But I think I'm gonna invent something with the gingerbread and see.
This Nutella, this is
Isn't it
this is
nice?
almost like Nutella, but it's an amaretto.
Yep.
This is crazy. And this is spectacular. If you need somebody to test flavors on,
Yes, I could
or to
probably-
spitball flavors with you, I will be more than happy to donate that time from my life, because I mean, this is spectacular. So this is going to go into the base that you created.
What I want to create with you is, because this is one of my favorite, is espresso, the coffee, with the latte, caramel latte.
Oh boy, this is like going to a high-end coffee shop.
Yes.
Delicious. Delicious. Okay, so we're going to get to that. How long does it take roughly to make a batch?
It all depends of the flavor. When I'm making, it could be an hour, 2.5 hours. By the time I'm done one batch, it's a 5 liter. It's about 2.5.
Okay. Well, let's check out some of your finished products out front there and
Okay.
try this deliciousness that you are bringing to life here. All right, so Jillie beans and sturgeon. What have you made for us, Anne?
Affogato is a hard gelato with a shot of espresso. So you can choose your flavor that you wish. This one I chose a espresso gelato and netto black dark chocolate with a shot of espresso. And this is a cafetone. This is a soft vanilla gelato with a shot of espresso.
That's incredible. Now, you are seasonal here in Sturgeon Falls.
Yes, I am.
I figure you close down around the end of October and you open up around what time in the spring?
In the long weekend of May.
Okay, so May long weekend. And again, the thing that is fantastic about this whole business that you've put together, these things, this is your base for your gelato.
Yes.
Not these things. So this is as natural and as real as it gets. So I am going to, am I supposed to sip this or?
You can, yep, at first.
Be like Lady and the Tramp and we can both have a little sip of this. Is your husband gonna get mad if I spoon feed you? There you go, look at that. The coffee's really nice with the, oh. This is turning into another kind of movie there if we start pouring it around like that.
Isn't it wonderful?
That is, that gelato with
it.
that really bitterness of the espresso beans, little chocolate covered ones in there.
Makes a nice little coffee dessert.
That's fantastic. You sit around at night with your friends and just get bombed off of this stuff?
No, I go
Throw a
to bed,
little
I'm
bit of
too
extra.
tired.
Throw a little extra je ne sais
Yeah.
quoi in it? Oh,
Isn't that wonderful?
to describe this as wonderful would be doing an injustice to this. This is beyond wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
I'm telling you, you know what? You may not have French fries, but maybe one day French fry gelato, we can patent on that bad boy.
Oh, well, okay, let me sleep on that one.
And this is fantastic.
Thank you.
If you were in Sturgeon Falls or coming through Sturgeon Falls, this is definitely a place you have to be. Really quick shout out. What's your favorite gelato, staff?
Caramel.
Next one?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Butter pecan.
And butter pecan. What happened to the amaretto whiskey one you were talking?
Yeah, I love
I can't believe you make amaretto whiskey.
Yeah.
Amaretto whiskey. Come on. Jillybean, Sturgeon Falls. You gotta come check this place out. This is fantastic. Glorious even. Look at that. There's no crystals in that. That's so smooth. Like you're.
it smooth?
This is that's craftsmanship. This is craftsmanship, Anne.
I love.
And love. Sign me up for that. Oh, fantastic.
Well, I hope you got your fill from this episode, but don't worry, we'll be back on the wagon and hitting the dusty trails soon enough. Until next time, I'm Chris Mask. Thanks for watching.